So would it be a good idea to try and buy the cheapest Jeep Wrangler that I can find on Facebook Marketplace?
You know, that could be a really bad...
Let's find out.
Left a bit. Turn left a bit. Okay, straight. Alright, good enough.
You know, not everyone enjoys listening to pop music while there's a time lapse going on of building something. You know, some people just like to listen in quiet, or some people can't find music. So, you have to drill the pilot holes yourself and then put these screws in, and this screw broke off. Now we gotta go get it replaced or fixed or something. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that. Nevertheless, forgetting the problems, we are going to press on and use a heater to try and heat this thing so we can get the crazy stretched top on top. Interesting development. The coolant is frozen. Not great. So I'm going to warm it up and just take all the coolant out of it before we freeze something. Yeah, that's from somebody saving a couple dollars instead of buying engine coolant. And what saved him a couple dollars could cost me my engine. Need a map. It appears we also have a leaking valve gasket, a leaking exhaust manifold because we're missing a bolt. It's been running better since I unplugged that O2 sensor, which can be seen right there. But we're also leaking exhaust where the manifold meets the exhaust. So that's great. It's not low on oil, but he claims he never added oil to it. Interesting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this thingamajob I think that's the plug. Oh yeah, water's coming out. Yeah, that's great. It's clear. Hey, it could be worse. I mean, I could be that guy. Suffice to say, I think I'm closer to completion than him. So, let's talk about the good things that I have found after crawling all around and really getting my hands on the Cheap Wrangler. I found this axe zip-tied to the roll bar. That's handy. That's nice. It's pretty much where all the good news ends. And this is the part where we begin to wonder, is it really a good idea to buy such a cheap Wrangler? So, right off the bat, pointy stick here, the header was rusted off of the rails, or the bows for the soft top. Completely rusted off. Actually cut my hand on them trying to fold it back for the first time. And I actually found after taking the door skins off that the half doors were pretty rusted out as well. And the top had been patched. It was leaking. The windows were so scratched you can't see out of it. So immediately we decided to put a new top on it. And this is a whole new top. I'm talking new bows, new header, new sides. I even have the crossbar for the back. Everything is all new. It smells like a brand new swimming pool in there because it's, you know, that rubbery stuff. And it has made a serious improvement to the driving just to be able to see out of the windows, be able to open the windows, and now I can fold the top back and enjoy Jeep life, right? But let's talk about the condition of the body while we're at it. So as far as the body is concerned, this fender probably needs to be replaced. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty rusty. The other one's okay though. It's not bad. The body is not all that bad. This is probably acceptable for the time being. Shouldn't stay like that forever. It has its rockers, sort of. The frame, actually, is not terrible. At least when you look from this side, or when we look from under here. Got a nice skid plate with a Wrangler. Here's our frame on this side. Not bad. I mean, it's a little muddy, but that's kind of my fault as well. So if we come back to here, we do find some rust. If we crawl under here, there is some rusting going on up on the frame. Also, the armor plate for the gas tank is not in great shape. Rear axles, not doing awesome. That brake cylinder is literally bleeding brake fluid out the bottom of it. Bottom of the differential looks wet, so I don't know if I'll need to change the seal on that. This one's pretty rusty, but this isn't really a structural hole. I can patch that. Come inside. There's a rust hole in the floor there. So this is not great. That is pretty bad. But this is where I have an advantage, because I have a brother that's a mechanic, and I have a dad that grew up wheeling and welding and all sorts of things. And I showed him this, and he said, that is not going to be a big deal. We have lots of steel plate lying around. We're just going to weld up that corner, and we'll be good to go. The rest of it seems to be in pretty good shape. I did not realize that a Jeep TJ is only a 4-seater. That was an interesting surprise for me. So here's the radio, which I don't even know if I can get it back out, but it was installed with wire nuts, which is not the greatest thing ever. So going over the parts, we have new idler and tensioner. We have a oil filter, O2 sensor. We only have one because someone has deleted the other one in the rear, which is great. These are all brake parts and wheel cylinders. Then I have new shoes and drums for the rear because never opened brakes and liked what I found. Found these new old stock on eBay. We need new U-joints up front because it's making bad noises. The front wheels are actually wobbling when we go down the road, so we're going to go with new unit bearings, new fuel pump because it was starting funny. Also have a new air filter, spark plugs, wires. After that and some welding, I think we're gonna be good. So if you're paying attention, we have an O2 sensor, so we'll burn less gas. A fuel pump, so we can burn more gas. We have an air filter and spark plugs and wires, so we can go faster. And we have brakes, so we can go slower. We have wheel bearings, so that the front wheels will stop turning, but we have U-joints, so that they will be able to turn. Don't ask me what the difference is between the oil filter and the idlers. I haven't been able to figure that one out yet. Hover Jeep is go. That's why it looks like it's leaning. Because I don't know. Got new U-joints installed. They're very stiff. Except this one in this direction. It's stiff in this direction. I don't know why that one's easier. We'll see what happens there. We got it. It's been on jack stands for like 3 days now, because I took it apart to do the rear brakes and then was like, yeah, let's do the unit bearings up front while we're at it. So I've got this taken apart and cleaned. Took a wire wheel to it. It's ready to go. The axle shafts are ready to go back in, but the dust shields are completely rusted off, and it's really going to affect my brakes performance if I don't have the shields on there, so we're going to put new ones on there. I had to take these dumb spacers off to be able to get to everything. I have completely new... Hold this like this. Brakes. Everything's new in there. All of it. Wheel cylinder, adjusters, everything. Da-da-da. Doesn't seem to be dragging. Under the hood. And I did the brakes on that side too, of course. And I have new calipers for the front. Oh, come on, what have I done? If I can. I'm using the prop because we hit the porch and I can't do the TJ thing. I've got my new air filter in. I have new spark plugs and wires in. That made a huge difference in how it ran. 3,000 to 4,000 RPM actually makes a difference now. I have a new idler pulley, which the old one was grinding and all sorts of bad things. I have the new tensioner pulley, but the tensioner had been broken, welded back together, and broken again. So we are waiting on a new one of those. I have a new valve cover gasket in, cleaned the valve cover while I had it off. It's nice and, well, it's not shiny, but it's clean. And I did an oil change with our new oil filter down there. These were loose and it was not starting right, and the directionals were working intermittently. Only every other day would the directionals actually come on and do anything. So fixed that. This is a power steering pressure sensor. This tells the power steering pump, rather, it tells when the power steering pump needs more power and raises the engine revs while you're turning and idling. And I've been getting some pulsating power in the power steering pump, so we think that's the issue. I also found out that this coolant temperature sensor is totally broken, so, which the connector's okay, so we're just going to unscrew this and put a new one in. But the connector is not okay on the, where is it? Get it here. Down in there, the, focus please. The connector down in there for the O2 sensor. The connector is broken. There's literally a broken wire on the back, and it's been taped, so I can tell someone has been into that before. So the solution to that, we found an extension wire. You're supposed to be able to plug it into this end and then plug it into the other end if you need a longer cord, like you changed your exhaust system. Well, that's going to let us cut one of the ends off, and I will connect it in so that I have a new connector on the end of the vehicle side of the harness, rather than, replacing the entire wiring harness, which I do not want to do. And I also have the new O2 sensor in. Of course, it wasn't making a difference because we found out it's not hooked up. I have discovered that I have a new brake line that someone made, and it is too short and it is rubbing on things, so I have some rubber in here. Probably should make a new one, but we want to get back on the road for right now. I'm a dummy. I was never seizing this and was like, oh, I'll just throw it on the lug nuts. And then, you're not supposed to do that. So don't do that, kids. I think I still have, I got my new bearings, which, let me show you the bearings. Where did I put these things? Okay. You see this? You can play it like an accordion. That is not supposed to do that. I think that's why it was so dodgy and darty on the highway, because the front wheel can move that far and change direction. Not good. So maybe I won't freak out so much about having the 33s on after I fix this. Let's see, I think this box is empty. Yeah. Empty. Yeah, I just got the new fuel pump, which I think I'm going to do today. Everything is running better. And yeah, we'll see where everything goes. So this is my home. This is where I live now, because I've been here for like a week. I think I started on Monday, I want to say. And yeah, it's Saturday and I'm still working on it. Glory of not having a normal job. Not that, I'm making money on YouTube, but whatever. So I rewired, if we can see down in there, you see those fresh wires over in the corner, and I wrapped it with electrical tape. I rewired in that O2 sensor. I got a new coolant sensor. I got a new power steering pressure sensor. New idler pulleys are installed. I have the new fuel pump in the old fuel tank, obviously. But before we go any further, I got some rust right here. And if we get under the back, that is kind of a problem. Especially when you want to tow a sawmill with it. And on the other side, it's not much better. We even have, front, this rusty spot here, which we are still not sure how we're going to weld the far side because there's suspension mount there. So this is going to be interesting. But I have some pieces of a dump trailer that used to haul concrete and a police interceptor divider. This is literally what used to keep prisoners in. It was in one of these cars, I forget which one. But yeah, we're gonna have a police interceptor TJ and a dump trailer TJ. And it's just a Jeep thing. Hold on, I'm not on anything.
Yeah, that did something.
Okay, it's getting dark, but I'm gonna get it back together tonight. Yeah, that alarm going off is literally the alarm to stop working because it's getting late. We have to have one of those around here. Coolant. Coolant. Power steering. Plenty power steering. Oil. Lots of oil. I think that's everything.
Filter. I don't know if we have a filter somewhere. That would be better because that'll actually filter it.
Drink up, little Jeep. Oh, I'm spilling it. Good enough. Ready? Probably gonna crank for a minute, but. Woohoo!
Oh my word, idling.
The check engine light went off! It's a miracle! We don't have any lights on the dash!
It was on and it went off?
Yes, it's been on! That means the... What do you call it? The...
But you don't have an O2 sensor hooked up.
I do have an O2 sensor hooked up.
The downstream.
No.
Well, that should throw a light instantly. It's saying you're running on empty.
Well, I just put 5 gallons in it.
So apparently 1/3 tank is empty.
Get in! Uphill or downhill?
Either way.
Whoa. Brakes are working.
Yes, they are.
bearings. They had movement in them.
Oh, right.
We have power.
Make sure you got brakes for you head to a stop sign at the end of a hill.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. So they're new, so don't get them too hot. Let them break in gently.
Hey, remember last time we did this? It was like we slid past the stop sign. It was scary.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
It's not fast, but we're getting somewhere. Not bad.
More go and more stop.
I know. We can go, we can stop, we can turn. We can go anywhere.
They're spinning tires.
I was gonna say, I think I can light up the rear tires if I want.
It did. Ugh.
Oh,
It rides like a Jeep.
It rides like a Jeep. Yes, it does. Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome.
Just downshift a little.
I probably could have been more help if I wasn't focused on something else most of the time when I was helping.
You were tons of help. I wasn't going to be able to get this done if you weren't there.
Hey, the serpentine system is quiet. I just thought of that.
Yeah.
It was chirping and freaking out before.
Oh, we are ready. Anything? Rubicon Trail?
Oi, oi.
Brake
And then
test?
you'll have to go around it. Oh my word.
Yeah, that's...
I feel like it's going to do an endo.
And the pedal is nice and firm. It might. I don't know. Doesn't feel... I mean, it feels like it's a four-cylinder, but it doesn't feel like it's anemic, like something's wrong.
It's not going anymore either.
No, it's driving like a real car.
Really just needed a whole lot of love.
Yeah. It's raining today. I'm finishing editing this video, and I'm getting... Woof, thunder. I'm warm and dry. I'm a blessed man. I have a Jeep. I'm a blessed man. And you can see my family helping me on this Jeep. My dad and my brother especially. I'm a very blessed man. So, thank you for watching, and what do you think? Do you think this was worth it? Is owning a Jeep worth it? Let's start that question first, because, I mean, you could just go off in the woods and you can adventure just with your own 2 feet. You can go backpacking, you can go hiking. Hiking, you don't need really anything. You could go hiking in a pair of Crocs. May not be the safest thing ever. Ooh, starting to rain more. You can go camping, you can go tenting. You could just go car camping. You could just drive a normal car. You could go RC rock crawling. There's another option. Do you think this is worth it? I know one thing's for sure. I really enjoy driving this thing in the woods. And you're going to get to see more of that when you come into the next video, because we are not done. Not by a long shot with this thing. And on a car note, do you think that this Jeep was worth what I paid for it? $2,500 was what I paid for it, and now I think at the end of this video I'm at right about $4,000 with all of the parts, and we're not done fixing it. More problems are going to pop up. There are more things that I need to fix. I don't feel like I got taken, like he took advantage of me. And while if I had seen the rust back here on the bottom of this roll bar, I probably would have walked. But I probably also could have got him to give me another $500 off. I bet I could pay a fabrication shop I know to fix this, and I bet it would be around $500. Probably going to try and do it myself, me and my dad, instead of that. So I don't think I got taken advantage of, but I don't think if I could go back in time, I would change it. Because it's been a learning experience, it's been an adventure, and rewatching this while I edit it, there are some great, enjoyable moments here. And there is more to come if you're willing to stick around. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I believe you are smart enough to figure that out all on your own. But until next time, I hope I inspired you to get outside, have an adventure, work on something, finish that project you've been putting off. Maybe you need to have a better relationship with your dad, with your brother, with your mom, or your sisters, or an uncle. I don't know. Is there someone you can better your relationship with? Maybe ask for their help. Being humble and asking for help is a great way to build your relationship. I just want to inspire people to get out there and to do something. And I hope I've done that. If I have, you can show me that you like it with a certain button click that I'm not going to explain to you people, because YouTubers talk about that way too much. And I don't really fancy myself a YouTuber. I'm just a guy in a Jeep. Until next time, stay safe, stick to the old paths.
It's day 2. They still don't realize that we're an Audi TT.